Welcome, everyone. It's another week of Carol Worldwide. We are back. Some of us are more well-rested.
And who are we?
We are a local satire and comedy podcast talking about current events online. I'm Dennis Twigg.
I'm Randy Goldstein.
I'm Sherri Josefeld-Joseph.
So, I'm going to admit that some of these are not things I'm very familiar with, but we've got an okay boomer situation.
Oh, my.
The boomerist situation.
Now, this is a situation where it's a real boomer, purportedly, not a Gen Xer being thrust into the role of boomer, and they were complaining about speeding. Is that what the issue? Or stopping at stop signs?
Just general overall disregard for traffic laws.
Old man yells at clouds.
Yeah, he's complaining about how can you possibly expect your children not to be murderers if they don't obey the speed limit, is essentially the message.
His two things were, how can you expect your kids to be well-adjusted and abide by the law when you are doing rolling stops at stop signs and driving above the speed limit? Mm-hmm. These are my MO, basically. I mean, I'm always driving above the speed limit. And yeah, if there's nobody around, I'll do a rolling stop. Cops come get me, whatever. But like driving above the speed limit.
You got a target on your back now.
Whatever. Tell me something I don't know. But I always drive 5 miles above the speed limit or so. Nobody drives the speed limit. If you're driving 40 miles an hour in a 40 mile an hour zone,
people hate you.
People hate you. Do not drive the speed limit.
I think you're right. I think that people tend to drive above the speed limit, or they tend to be so slow that they drive under the speed limit. The speed limit is very rarely the driving number that people have.
It's a speed suggestion. That's all it is. And I've blown past cops doing 5 above.
I wouldn't say that.
Pull you over.
That's not blowing past the cop.
You pass cops? Now that's stupid.
No. I mean, when they're sitting there.
Oh, okay.
When they're sitting there looking for somebody, they don't pull me over because I'm not going fast enough.
I think the magic number is like 7 miles an hour.
I thought it was 20 or 15 or something like that.
No.
They'll pull you over for 7?
No. Under 7, I think you're fine.
I think and there's a big debate on this post about that. But yeah, I've never been pulled over for going 7 miles over the speed limit.
The only time I've been pulled over recently has been like late at night doing like a right turn on red. Like at 140, there's no cars, and I just like slow down and go. And the cop's like, "Oh, you didn't stop there." I'm like, "Well, there's no cars there, and it's a right turn on red, and I don't know. What do you want to do about it?" And he's like, "Okay, well, don't do it again." So I was like, I don't have any problems with speeding, and I don't travel the speed limit either.
But there are worse things than driving above the speed limit. You could drop kick a kid off of a bridge. You can rob a bank.
Not pay child support.
Pedophilia.
Have a bunch of baby mamas.
Rape.
I mean, yeah, rape, pedophilia. How about this? Anybody in Eldersburg or Mount Airy or Westminster, Tawnytown, drive in the
not New Windsor.
New Windsor, wherever, in the more congested areas, look around. Look around at other people in their cars. Everybody's on their phones. Everybody's got their head down on their phone, texting, doing something. I don't. I've got like a magnetic thing where I put it on my vent. Everybody's on their phones. That's what you should be mad about. Because if you have a kid in the car and you're texting and driving, you're telling that kid it's okay to text and drive. That's super bad because they're the ones who are more susceptible to be doing that when they start driving. And they get a little bit comfortable and then they're okay with it and they think they're invincible. Mm-hmm. That's when we hear about all these horrible accidents.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So Boomer's wrong about this whole thing.
Yeah,
he's way off track. He's in the wrong lane.
He needs to get a grip.
I wonder what he was expecting to have people say back to him. Be like, thank God someone said it.
But I wonder what triggered it.
Tell her truth. Tell her truth. So, did anyone okay boomer him?
Yes, they did.
Okay,
that was done.
That's what the meme was made for, I think.
Thank goodness.
Well, then we had someone I think who came to the online audience with some interesting and potentially reasonable questions, which is like, what do I do about coyotes?
Yeah, and
I don't know that we had. I didn't know we had coyotes.
It's a thing. Yeah, I know
We've
several people.
Reports, yeah,
that have cited them even in town here.
Yeah, there's foxes, coyotes, supposedly black bears. But I've got a really good solution just for coyotes. What you do is you take a mountainside or a brick wall, and you paint a tunnel on it.
Mm-hmm.
They're done.
And then they'll run right into it.
Comedically.
You buy some stuff from the Acme company. And
well, I think the coyotes shop at Acme.
Oh, is the coyote? Oh, it's not the okay.
The coyote is always hoisted by his own petard, right?
I don't know what that is.
Wow, I like that.
Yeah, but just paint. Just
do the Shakespeare reference?
It's very nice.
I don't know.
Do you want me to explain it?
Youth is wasted on the young.
Basically, it was a way that people would tunnel under castles to get in through sieges. And when you're hoisted by your own petard, it's like your machinations are the things that undo you.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Hoisted by your own petard.
Right.
I love it.
But they love painted tunnels, and they'll run right into the mountainside cliff wall. Or you can build a brick wall
Problem
and draw
solved.
it. Yes, that'll resolve the coyote problem.
Yep.
Just get some roadrunners.
Or some roadrunners, yes.
Beep,
That was a good impression, Sherri.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Really good.
That was not the soundboard.
No. Lest you think it was one of my high-quality sound system effects.
Okay, so then this is an interesting thing because I know Aldi does this, but I really experienced this like back when I lived in Italy. Aldi has shopping carts that you put quarters in to get them out. To make sure, essentially the idea is to make sure you actually return the shopping cart instead of like leaving it out in the parking lot, I think is like the logic behind it.
Do you get the quarter back or
When you lock the shopping cart back into the previous one, it pushes the quarter back out.
So you rent the cart for a quarter?
Well, you get it back. It's deposit.
So it's just to ensure that you don't leave the
With the
cart in the parking lot.
Or walk away with it or whatever.
It's to ensure that you don't do what is really your social obligation to do.
Yes, it is a check. Is a check on good
quarter
behavior.
A quarter is
The collateral.
Is
So
the collateral.
I don't shop at Aldi, so I don't know. It used to be like a euro in Italy, but the premise is the same.
Right.
You're putting some coinage in there to get it back, and I think what happens is that some people maybe leave their quarter in because they don't care, and then so sometimes you get a shopping cart that's been pre-unlocked. So what do you do? First hypothetical, your shopping cart's already been unlocked, there's quarters in there. Do you take the quarter afterwards as found money?
Of course not.
Okay. If you unlock the Aldi shopping cart, are you obliged to leave your quarter there in perpetuity?
You're not obliged to, but I mean,
Pay it forward?
You can.
Yeah, it's a nice thing to do.
But you don't have to.
That is a nice thing to
So
do.
that was what this post was
I
about.
can't make that cynical, by the way.
You can't.
I cannot make the leaving of the quarter for the next customer cynical. There's a lot about this scenario that I can make cynical, but not that part of it.
It looked like other people were making it cynical.
Well, they were making it cynical because apparently there was some fat cat in a Mercedes who took the quarter.
Oh, that's what they made cynical.
Yeah, that's what they made cynical.
Well, they got to
What
make
if you
the payments.
What if you just have dementia and you forget to get the quarter? That's not good.
What, you have dementia, so you leave the quarter
Yeah.
because you forgot, and
Yeah.
not because
You
you're
needed
a
that
person.
quarter.
Does anybody really need a quarter?
Some people.
Richie Rich over here.
I mean,
Sherri share.
what can you purchase for a quarter?
A shopping cart for a little while from Aldi.
You can rent a shopping. Or actually, that's a purchase. You just take that thing home with you.
6 M&Ms at the mall, town mall.
Can you buy 6 individual M&Ms?
I think that's what you get when you put a quarter in that machine.
Oh, you mean like the-
right by the barber shop?
Oh, the barber shop. God, I love that barber.
Yeah, the barber.
Are you still only going every 2 weeks now?
He's an amazing man.
every 2 weeks, every week and a half, whenever it's convenient?
Okay. I was thinking to myself, there's no way Randy could do 2 weeks consistently.
One time
So
I
you're like
went-
10 days.
One time I went like 2.5 weeks.
Oh,
man.
no.
I saw you that day. You
Looked like
needed
Weird Al Yankovic.
You
didn't
were
I?
a mess.
it. Man.
I got my son's hot shaves from Brian for Christmas, and I cannot wait for them to go take advantage of it. Because he does that thing with like the hot towel and
straight
like,
razor too. Yeah.
Yeah, just
Yep.
old school.
Yep.
Anyway,
So, Aldi's, I don't know. I need to check Aldi out more often, but it's like an experience and you pay in cash and blah, blah, blah. I don't want to deal with
think
it.
it's really odd that one, people are too lazy to return their carts without the motivation of getting a quarter back, and two,
What it also does is make sure that you don't even take them to your car. So I don't think they even have like the little islands. So they save on labor that way.
So is that their motivation then? So this is my make it cynical. They're too cheap to pay somebody who needs a job
Yes.
as a cart person.
Yes.
And you've seen these people who do this.
These people.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hardworking Americans.
I wasn't insinuating otherwise. Assholes. I was just saying, you see these people who work hard, who do this is
Yeah.
their job.
Mm-hmm.
I have the same guy that I see every time I go to the grocery store that I patronize, and he is friendly and he's employed, and he's making a contribution to society overall.
Absolutely.
I mean, they're probably in the end.
Aldi's a bunch of fat cats.
Yeah, they are. I don't like
We
it.
did it. We did it. We
Wait,
made it
when you
cynical.
say you patronize a grocery store, do you mean that you shop there, or do you walk in and go, "Oh yeah, this is really great. It's really super great store you got
I
here."
do a little bit of both.
You really max out the patronizing.
There's a
part
love
of it.
hate. It's like, you
I
call
do.
this produce?
Yeah, what is
Right.
this?
Thank
call
you for your
this-
patronage.
But I've been to
This
all
is
the
an
others.
avocado? What the hell?
But I don't want to go to Food Lion and get stabbed.
More like an avocado. No,
Yeah, that's exactly what I say.
Yeah.
don't say that.
Do you actually shop with her? That sounds like you have so much knowledge of what she does.
I can just guess.
You can just guess.
Mm-hmm.
You got a sixth sense.
Do you know, when I'm in the grocery store, I spend a lot of time talking to myself.
Oh.
Did you see that article that said there are people who have no inner monologues?
Oh my God, I saw that and I thought,
How?
Psychopath.
how is that possible? Yes, I saw that and I was floored by that. And I asked my kids about it. And one out of the three of them said, "What do you mean? What are you talking about? Like inner monologue?" And I was just like, "Oh,
Isn't it a survival mechanism?
So wait,
it's gotta
do they
be.
just think in pictures?
I don't know
You've
that
got to explore this with your children.
I don't want to poke that bear anymore, because I don't want to end up, sitting in the courtroom
Well,
saying, "I knew all along that he was going to kill somebody." Oh, see, now I've narrowed it down to 2 of my 3
Oh
kids.
no, you just really did it. We can bleep that part.
No, it's okay.
Well,
he knows he's a sociopath.
Well-
he understands.
there's clearly before like human language developed, like people existed and did stuff, but like it just seems like the language is so pervasive, like that's how you think.
I have a rich inner monologue. I talk to myself constantly.
As a female, do you talk to all of your different personalities? Do you have a group chat?
Oh my God.
Oh,
Is there an
no.
app where you guys can?
You know what?
no.
You are just waiting for one day when I just punch you right in your face.
Cruising for a
Am I
bruising.
wrong?
I do not have split personalities just because I have a vagina.
Oh, you got told. But yeah, that is crazy. I still don't get it. I'd like one of these people to like do an IMA on Reddit.
What is that? What's an IMA?
Do you understand Reddit?
No, I don't do Reddit.
Okay, boomer. IMA, it's like I am a fill in the blank. So like I am a writer, I am a whatever, porn star. You like fill in whatever your thing is. Like I am a Jason Biggs, like whatever it is. Like if you're like a celebrity, and so then you just like do a Q&A with like, the peanut gallery.
No, I do this thing where I work.
Oh, you mean like the girl who went on Facebook a couple months ago on Westminster Online and said, "I am a cashier at Walmart.
Yeah.
Ask me anything." Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's really originated in Reddit.
I get it now.
Oh, but they really are those things.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
It's like I'm really this thing,
So
and then
I-
they generally the subreddit has moderators that require to be authenticated, like
Okay.
privately, where it's like if you're really a Walmart cashier, you got to show your Walmart ID to prove that you're like authentically
Oh, you
this
got to
thing.
have credentials for that.
Yeah, the moderators credential you. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, you guys should get on Reddit.
We.
I'm good.
I think I'm good too. Yeah,
Facebook is enough.
I'm good too.
Okay, boomer.
Get on Twitter next.
No.
Really
No,
hate.
thank you.
You can really hate humanity. You get on Twitter.
Oh no, there's no need. Do we say this person's name? There's someone who you think is a troll account.
Mike Oxmall. Oh, you wanted his name? Yeah, his name is Mike Oxmall. That's his
So
name.
why do you think he's a troll? What's the story there, Randy?
Because his name is Mike Oxmall. That's not a name.
Well, of course it's a name. That's somebody's name.
And his profile says he has 3 sexy grandchildren.
Is
We
he
talked-
the same guy?
I believe so,
Okay.
and it's not a real person. I'll gladly say his name.
Oh, you know who's behind this?
No, I don't know who's behind it, but I have no doubt
Okay.
that he's not.
So what
a fake
sort of
person.
things does Mike Oxmall do?
Well, he's very mean. He'll trash the whole community.
Oh.
I haven't paid a whole lot of attention. I just saw his name and I was like,
Oh
there's-
wait, I'm just getting Mike Oxmall.
You just now figured that out.
Yeah, I wasn't even getting it.
I don't get it.
You must not have an inner monologue like I do.
Mike Oxmall? Oh, okay.
Some people used to use Mike Oxbig.
Um,
This guy went the other direction.
okay.
Gotcha.
See,
Okay.
I'm not a guy, so I didn't get that.
He's just the total Derek. Who knows?
Oh, what a shame.
Yeah. Let's pump the brakes on this.
Okay.
So is that all we're saying?
Yeah, that's really all we need to look.
I don't know.
How many users are on Facebook? And there was a couple other ones that I think are fake too. There are, 50, 100 billion users on Facebook?
Approximately.
And I think 7 of them are actually real.
I think there's a lot of people who change their names pretty frequently.
I think it's like me and 6 other people are actually real humans.
Well,
There are people that change their name, but there's also... I think there are certain individuals that have like 5 or 6
burner accounts.
Yeah.
Sure.
And what's impressive is they seem to develop these characters into their own personalities and differentiate themselves.
They have a rich inner monologue.
They have many inner monologues. Yes.
Well, there's a lot of precedents for famous people having burner accounts too.
Famous people I can see, but somebody who lives on Green Street or something, they just need a job.
Mitt Romney's burner account was, let me see here.
Oh, I remember reading about that too.
His burner account was Pierre Delicto.
Yeah, it was funny. That's great.
It's just so funny because you see a lot of this stuff with stories about athletes getting into it, and maybe it's also generationally because I'm older now than that young group of athletes and celebrities, but it's like, why would you even be on Twitter? There's nothing good you're going to get out of it.
It seems pointless to me too.
I just feel like it's such like every single person is like trying to get like a rise out of you, and then the minute that you like talk to them in reality, they're going to like back off. Right? Like if you met them on the street, be like, okay, like let's get coffee. They would be like, oh man, it's so cool to meet you. Like it's like, you know what I mean? It's not like these people are like legitimately going to have those opinions in any other format.
Yeah, social media has its place. I think Twitter does not.
Bold words.
I'm not in the unbold word business.
You're not in the meek words business?
Right. Or Meek Mill. I don't know why I even said that.
Free Meek.
What's next? Freak Meek, am I right? Wow.
No, you're wrong. So,
I didn't even make a statement.
Mika statement. We haven't talked about it in a while, but we perpetuated a flow chart about talking about business problems, and I think someone violated that rule in a complaint about a local business.
Blatantly violated, yes.
I'm going to challenge both of you on this because I disagree that this person violated, and I think they found a loophole.
Oh boy.
Really?
Okay, tell me the story. Maybe I don't know the story.
There's a loophole?
Do you know the story, Sherri?
Are we talking about the diner?
Yes.
Okay, so I kind of read
I read it, but I couldn't fully comprehend the writing.
It was really oddly worded.
It sounds like this person was sitting in a local diner in Westminster.
Okay.
It's on the Westminster Online community. And they overheard a woman who's a loyal customer ask a waitress why she was seated in this specific area. And instead of the waitress addressing it, the waitress went to another waitress and gossiped about this person. And the other waitress knew her also and gossiped about this person also. So the two waitresses just kind of made fun of that customer for asking that question and basically calling her a pain in the ass.
Apparently, though, she asked that question pretty frequently, according to that post.
So you think that the two gossiping waitresses maybe had a little bit of a point? Possible.
Did they? Well, it's so weird because did they just walk? It was like, why am I seated here? And the waitress stared at her with a 1,000-yard stare. Turned
That's
around.
what
and
I don't
left.
know either. Yeah.
Was it a not because that kind of direct question to your server generally requires some kind of answer, or else the basic social to and fro has been violated.
And we don't even really know that actually happened that way. But
what happened what way? I still don't understand.
Well, we don't know that the woman the customer posed the question and the waitress just walked away from her and didn't answer it. We don't really know what happened.
They could have been asking the hostess why they were seated there.
I mean, they could have been. And maybe this is a regular person who comes in every day, who has some mental health issues. And who knows? I mean, who knows? I've got
loyal customer regardless.
Loyal customer regardless, yes.
Now, my question is to challenge this is, let's say that the complainer who posted on Facebook about it went to a manager. What could the manager do to make it right for this person, for the complainer? Their experience wasn't bad. They saw another experience happening.
But they could say, well,
mind your own business.
That's what the manager would say to make it right?
I don't know.
That would not. That would put everybody in the yellow.
You still have to try. Now, this person's probably a Karen, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are they? Maybe the person getting made fun of was the Karen.
I don't think so. That's not the takeaway that I got from that.
Well, I'm not sure what a manager could have done. And I don't know what grounds this other person had to go to a manager.
I think it's an unwarranted discussion. I think
well, here, I'm sorry to interrupt, but what I would say is if you go to if you go to the waitress and you say, or you go to the manager and be like, your waitresses are just gossiping on other customers, and it just doesn't seem like very, like, it's not a great environment to eat in. Right? Like if you were like, if I was sitting at there and there was just like some poor person who, like, you know, wasn't well put together, and like I was just sitting there and everyone was just like trashing that person, like I could be like, I don't love that.
Wait,
right? I don't know if I go to Facebook about it.
I mean, yeah, it's not right, and you're right. It's absolutely not right, but it didn't warrant this whole diatribe on Facebook.
But what if we're at a restaurant, you and me, Dennis, and I see you have a bad experience, right? And I'm like all sullen and slouchy about it. You're sullen and slouchy, and you don't want to go to the manager about it. You just, for whatever reason, but I clearly
just can't
see
even go. I'm so sad.
Your food is bad, or you pulled a cockroach out or something, and you just kept eating because you didn't want to make waves, right?
Oh gosh, yeah, sounds like me.
If I'm an observer, can I complain online about it without going? Because there's nothing in it for me.
Well, if it's your meal, you can do it right there.
No, it's not my meal. I'm an observer.
No, if you're having lunch with me and I have a problem.
No, I'm in a different booth and I just happen to notice.
Oh,
no, that's not your place.
If you're with someone who is like meek and you want to sit with them and have lunch and their meal's bad and you're like, no, I can't let you eat this. That's like a little bit beyond the pale, but it's still, I think, like on the edge of acceptable thing. Like if you are on a date and your date's like, I can't eat this, it's like, no, like we have to like
that I understand.
Like now it may be a little patronizing to do that. You may have some other issues, but I don't think it's unreasonable for someone at the table to complain about the table's experience overall. True or false?
But no, I think that's completely acceptable. We're not even talking about, we're talking about somebody at a totally different part of the restaurant.
Yes.
And I don't know, maybe this person is on their soapbox thinking, oh, I'm going to take up for all the weak and downtrodden, but I don't know.
Doing it on Facebook's probably a bad place for that.
It was inappropriate. And
okay. I think there's gray area.
I don't know.
Mary, you just spent all your time poking holes in this chart.
That's what I want. I want to do that.
Why do you want to poke holes in our
It's hard to believe that we came
chart?
up with something so perfect that needs no editing.
Sometimes you got the platonic ideal. You're done.
We'll figure it out.
I love our chart.
If everybody agreed on everything, it'd be a boring society.
Really would be.
1984.
Yep.
What else?
Well, we have some issues in Baltimore County, which we don't normally talk about, but in this instance, there is a hemp farm that people are complaining about the hempy smell.
Hemp isn't necessarily cannabis, right? It's like part of the material that is used to
make paper,
clothing,
fabric,
ties,
and I mean, and it has a lot of positive effects. An acre of hemp can be recycled 4 times a year, whereas an acre of trees, I mean, what do you got? 15 years in between. Yeah, or cotton.
Is hemp better than cotton?
Yeah, as far as having less of a carbon footprint or being more eco-friendly, sure. I mean, is it better fabric? Does it feel great on your skin? I don't really know. I haven't done a comparison, but as far as making paper and clothing, it's better for the environment.
Can somebody be so desperate that they smoke their shirt and then they're out of clothes?
No, I don't think there's any THC properties in hemp at all.
You could. It wouldn't do you any good.
Not yet.
You could smoke your cotton shirt.
I'm sure I will be corrected. I don't know a lot about this, but it's from the same plant that the buds of the hemp of the marijuana plant are what you smoke. The flowers.
Right.
And then the rest of it, the leaves and the stalk, I think are what are made into paper.
So what are people complaining about?
Smell.
Well, it smells like weed.
Okay, so DoorDash is up in that area.
It smells like weed.
It's just a NIMBY.
Girl Scout cookies are up.
It's a NIMBY thing. Like everyone wants to do whatever they want on their property, and then they want everyone else for 10 miles around them to do exactly the same thing they did the day they bought the property. Right?
Right. Right.
Well, that's why there's
no dinosaur park.
God, that's a sore spot.
In Carroll County, there's actually like a stink law. Do you guys know about this?
No.
There's an ag waiver you have to sign.
Yeah, you have to sign when you buy a house and you live within any proximity of farm. Yeah, you have to sign a waiver that says, I understand that I'm gonna smell cow shit.
You
I
basically
don't
say
think I signed that.
you might not have been near enough to a farm.
I live on a farm. I live on the old farm. I live right across from the farm.
Why are you telling people where you live?
I don't care. What are they going to do? Come get me.
Okay.
Careful.
I'm here because you made that post about speeding. All right, okay. You want something to drink? Yeah, I'll take a tea. All right, let's talk about your issue. I want to speak to a manager.
So if you own the farm, you may not have to sign it because you're the farmer.
I don't own a farm.
There's
Nor am I going to buy a farm anytime soon.
Well, you may have signed it too because it's just part of a big settlement packet, and you may
probably,
and it also may have been long enough ago they didn't have that waiver.
Oh yeah, how long ago did you buy your house?
2004.
Oh yeah, I know. I
That's
bought my house in '97, and I had to sign it then.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of cows, and you smell a lot of stuff. And if you're in Hunt Valley, you know what you're smelling out there. All McCormick.
Oh, spices.
But
Yeah.
that's different because McCormick's all the way down the city.
Remember how people were freaking out about the sriracha plant in California?
Mhm.
Like they tried to have a whole lawsuit against them that their eyes were watering and all that stuff. No more sriracha. It's too spicy.
It's too tasty.
White people, am I right?
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
You are white people.
So in conclusion, whatever, grow hemp. We don't care.
We don't care. What else do you have to say about it, Sherri?
Demotivated.
Well, I have actually a list, a top 10 list.
You a list? I don't get it.
I know it's crazy, but I got inspired by this story.
Oh, good timing on my part.
That really was.
Yeah, it was smooth.
That was kismet.
Smooth like sriracha.
So these are the top 10 ways that you can tell that you live next to a hemp farm.
Okay.
Okay. Number 10, you got lost in your garage again.
Oh.
Number 9, there's always a van with tie-dye T-shirts and wall hangings drying on a makeshift clothesline in your yard.
Hippies, am I right?
Number 8, your Ting modem is sending you messages from the alien overlords. You gotta listen very carefully.
Mm-hmm.
Number 7, you're always wondering where the dead skunk is.
Get it?
Smells weird.
Oh, right.
Dead skunk.
I don't do drugs and stuff. I'm a very clean, holy person. So these are.
You don't even
let
let anyone touch you.
That's right. Pure light.
Oh my god.
No massage therapist shall touch these shoulders.
Number 6, you find yourself filling the sink to slake your thirst.
Yeah, that's a good way to do it.
Just need the whole sink. Number 5, the Grateful Dead have become your life soundtrack.
Okay.
What about Fish? Aren't they the new Grateful Dead?
I mean, they're a jam band.
There's only one Grateful Dead. There's only one Jerry Garcia.
Was.
Ooh, too soon.
Ouch. It's only been 20 years. Number 4, you find yourself buying Visine by the case.
In bulk.
Number 3, the cops are watching you. You just know they are.
That sounds paranoid.
Number 2, the deer around your home have that glassy-eyed look.
Number 1.
And the number 1 way that you can tell that you may be living next to a hemp farm, someone keeps eating all of the Doritos.
There you go.
What were we just talking about?
I don't remember. What? Where am I?
I do remember non sequitur where I confirmed with massage therapists that I know that masseuse is derogatory and it implies sexual favors.
Told you.
Is this your public apology?
And this is A, apologizing to Sherri for being dubious, and B, apologizing to massage therapists for intimating that they were masseuses. Because,
Can't do that.
hey, I'm just going to say the word masseuse seems like someone who would give you a massage.
It seems like that.
It seems like that, but no longer. The word has changed, and I will change with it.
Thank you, Dennis.
Yeah, well, I'm pretty woke. So,
Growing and learning.
yeah, there you go. I did it. All right, I'm done.
And you are?
Why do you ask?
Because we need to remind everybody.
Oh, I'm Dennis Twig.
I'm Randy Goldstein.
I'm Sherri Hosfeld Joseph.
See ya.